Hello everyone, in this lecture we will be studying formalism of quantum mechanics and we will discuss about Hilbert space and the linear vector spaces. So let's begin our session. We will start with Hilbert space. Why we need Hilbert space? So to define a state of a physical system in quantum mechanics we require vectors. So this is a space consisting of all the vectors which we require describe a physical state of a system in quantum mechanics. So we name this space as Hilbert after the physicist David Hilbert. So what is an Hilbert space? It is an infinite dimensional and inner product vector space. So what is we know about infinite dimensional and what is a inner product? So let's see. You have read about Euclidean space, which is a finite dimensional. In this space, we generally use the dot product in 2D, 3D. We generally use the dot product of two vectors to obtain a scalar quantity. If we move to infinite dimensional space, so we generalize that dot product and name it as inner product. So it is a mathematical operator which act on two vectors. It just multiplies the two vectors to give a scalar quantity. We represent the inner product like this. If we have to multiply xi and phi, these are the two vectors, then we represent it like this, the inner product, and we obtain a scalar quantity. Just like if we have two vectors a and b, we obtain a c scalar quantity. So this is it for Hilbert space. And now what is the composition of Hilbert space? So Hilbert space is a set of vectors and a set of scalars which satisfies some properties, and we will look into these properties in detail. So let's start it with a first property, which is a Hilbert space is a linear vector space. So what is linear vector space? The space consists of vector sets, scalar sets, and it follows the two algebraic rules. These rules were rule for vector addition and the rule for scalar multiplication. If we further divide the rule for vector addition, we have four further properties in vector addition. First, it's commutative. We can change the order while adding the two vectors. And then second, associative. Where we will do the if we add first two, then we can add the third. And we can change the order of addition. And third, neutral vector. If we add neutral vector to any vector, we get the exact same vector. And then fourth is inverse vector, in which we have just add the inverse vector to get the null vector. So moving to our next property, Hilbert space has defined positive scalar product. If we do the inner product of vector with itself, then we will get the positive scalar quantity, which is always more than or equal to 0. Equality holds when xi itself is null vector. Scalar product is not commutative because if we do the inner product, this commutative relation, it does not hold the commutative relation. It is not equal to So Hilbert space has a conjugate symmetry. What it is? It means that if we change the order of product, if we size I, we have to take the complex conjugate of that scalar product. Then we will get this relation. It will hold this relation true. So moving to our next properties, that Hilbert space is separable. What is a separable? For a space to be a separable, then it has to be countable plus dense subset, so that we can approach it from anywhere and it can be countable. For example, if we have a set of real numbers and then another set of rational numbers, we know the rational numbers are the ratio of two integers where p and q are integers. Integers are countable, we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, whereas we cannot count the irrational numbers. So our set of rational numbers is a Hilbert space, we can count, and then Hilbert space is complete. So we erase this to have some space to understand the next property. To understand, we first need to understand the Cauchy sequence. What is Cauchy sequence? So for every space there exists a Cauchy sequence which follows. There exists a sequence xi n belonging to Hilbert space which converges to an element of that space. Like it holds the relation, if Mn tends to infinity, then the mod of difference between two is equal to 0. Then this means if we are extending towards a finite term of wave function, then it converges to some or the other element of the Hilbert space or the same space. So this means that space is complete or closed. So these are some properties, and this is it for today. If you have any doubt, you can write me in the comment box, and thank you for watching this video.